got loyalty, got royalty inside my DNA. I got killer beats, got war and peace inside my DNA. I got power, poison, pain, and joy inside my DNA.
神羅転生
Hi, back again on the Twist Sand channel. In this video, I will again explain the storyline that occurred from the latest chapter of Tokyo Revengers chapter 237. Okay, let's go straight to the storyline in chapter 237. For those of you who are interested and want to know about all my discussions this time, you can watch the video. This is over. Chapter 237 is titled Make Allies. We can tell from the title what happened in this latest chapter. The point is chapter 237 is to find new members as well as recruit and invite them to want to join the new gang that has been formed by Takemichi, with the aim of making the gang the strongest in all of Japan, while saving Sano Manjiro. This chapter opens with a pretty interesting scene. It turns out that the first place that Takemichi and Shifuya went to in the previous chapter was the house or residence of Hakai Shiba. At this moment Takemichi said that he really wanted to recruit new members in the Thousand Winter Gang. Hakai, who heard all the words just now without thinking, immediately agreed to join the Thousand Winters that Takemichi and Shifuya had formed. After Hakai decided to join, Shifuya quickly greeted him and immediately gave him an official outfit or uniform from the Thousand Winter Gang. Hakai innocently immediately wore the clothes given by Shifuya. After the clothes are used, Hakai just realized, if it turns out that the clothes worn are very strange and also ridiculous. With an annoyed tone, the Hakai asked what kind of uniform this was. Why is there a black cat logo in the middle and why is there a T and a W on the side? Hearing this question, Shifuya immediately answered it with pride. This is the new uniform from the Thousand Winter Gang. Instead of being enlightened by the answer just now, Hakai is even more confused. With emotion, Hakai answered Shifuya's words. Which is true. Maybe we can fight against the Kanto Manji gang by wearing clothes like this. All of Hakai's annoyance just now is actually quite understandable. It's not only Hakai, we as readers feel the same frustration with Shifuya's ridiculous behavior. With the recruitment of Hakai and the Thousand Winter Gang. So currently Takemichi's new gang already has 3 members. At this moment Shifuya again gives advice to Takemichi to start recruiting more people into this new gang, in order to defeat the Kanto Manji gang led by Sano Manjiro or Mikey. After hearing all of Shifuya's words just now, Takemichi finally agreed. It turned out that Takemichi had already decided on who the next member to recruit would be. After discussing with Shifuya and Hakai, the 3 of them finally agreed. Quickly went straight to the D&D workshop where Draken and Inui worked. Arriving at the workshop, Inui immediately welcomed the arrival of the 3 of them. Inui said, "What business you all came to my place?" Heard Inui's question. Takemichi immediately answered. Takemichi explained about the last wish and wish spoken by the Draken. Before the Draken died in the Tanabata Night Festival, where at that time Draken asked Takemichi a final request to be able to protect and save Sano Manjiro. Takemichi also said that he has not given up and will definitely continue to try to challenge and fight Kanto Manji and defeat him. All of that will not be realized if you have to do everything alone. Therefore, to be able to defeat Kanto Manji at this time, I have decided to create a new gang, namely Thousand Winter. So please Inui, will you join me in this new gang? At first, Inui was shocked. But apparently, Takemichi managed to make Inui's heart touch. With a very happy face. With a smile on his face, Inui answered. You don't have to ask me and ask my opinion from the start. I have already decided to choose you and continue to follow you. Everything Inui said just now naturally made Takemichi happy. In the next moment, Inui suddenly remembered all the memories he had a few weeks ago, when the battle between the 3 gangs ruling Tokyo is over. That night suddenly there was a loud knock on the door in the workshop where Inui worked. Out of curiosity, Inui immediately ran and opened the door. When he opened the door, he saw Kokonoi, who came carrying Takemichi's body, which was already weak and helpless. Kokonoi also looks very panicked. Kokonoi in a stern tone then orders Inui to immediately take Takemichi to the hospital. Hearing this, Inui quickly got the car ready, and the two of them together immediately went to take Takemichi to the hospital. When he arrived at the hospital, Inui also asked Kokonoi about what had just happened that night. Kokonoi also told what really happened. Takemichi was completely beaten by Mikey. Kokonoi also said that not only Takemichi but Senju, South had been defeated by Mikey. Kokonoi also said that the era of Tokyo's three great allies is over and now is Mikey's era. Kokonoi immediately left Inui and Takemichi at the hospital. In the rain before Kokonoi actually left, Inui shouted very loudly, "Are you happy with all this?" At first, Kokonoi was silent for a moment. Kokonoi finally answered Inui's question. "I am happy, and if I continue to follow Mikey, then I will continue to be on the winning side." Kokonoi also said, "You have chosen a very good and also very great person for you to follow Inui." Here what Kokonoi means is Takemichi. The moment changed after Inui recalled all his memories and interactions with Kokonoi. Inui was seen smiling again very happily. Suddenly Shifuyu reappeared, spoiling the atmosphere. After knowing that Inui was willing to join the Thousand Winter Gang, Shifuyu immediately gave and handed over a new uniform. And said, "Now you are a member of Thousand Winter." It was Inui who heard and saw Shifuyu. Immediately became annoyed. Inui with a very loud tone, who was initially very happy, without further ado immediately spat on the clothes or uniforms that Shifuyu gave him. He also said, "Who would want to wear ugly clothes like that?" Chapter 237 ended. Clearly in this chapter, it is shown that Takemichi and his new gang have started moving and recruiting new members. In this chapter, the final state of Kanto Manji and Mikey's gang has not been shown after that bloody night. Thank you to those of you who have watched this video to the end. See you in the next video.